You are tuning in to the Goldylocks Productions presentation of a magical journey show with Rev. Bryan Rawls. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Everyone, and welcome to the Magical Journey Show with your host, Reverend Bryan Rawls, and thank you for joining me this evening. Yes, it has been a couple of weeks since you last seen me, but I have been sick, and then also my husband has been sick. So, but I'm here now. So we are. Well, I am back, and I thank you all for joining me. So what we are going to be speaking about this evening is basically we're going to be doing an energetic update about what's going on with the new moon, as well as also the double-digit activation called the Master Healer Coding activation, as well as also information about ancestor veneration, and then also I have a request to speak about something that goes along with ancestor veneration. So I hope you all are in for a wonderful show this evening. Thank you so much, Jolie Hassan. It is much appreciated. So let's start off with the energetic update. So tomorrow is the 4/4, it's April 4th of 2019, and it's called a double-digit activation. But what's happening is it's the Master Healer codings. Due to 4/4 is basically the number of the Master Healer, and it is also it also allows for the energy to increase and basically double in energy wise. Okay, it's all about abundance. It's all about wealth and coming into basically your own healing abilities. So with that is all of the that basically allows for the activation of getting to know more about your master healer abilities, as well as also speaking about tomorrow. Tomorrow there is an activation that I will be doing where you will meet a spirit tutor. Okay, so basically what a spirit tutor is basically a spirit guide that is at a very high frequency to allow for you to tutor you on spiritual knowledge, as well as also spiritual information that is that basically corresponds with whatever it is that you are working on. All right, there are different phylums of guides and spirits that will work with you on a day-to-day basis, as well as also that are sent to the earth plane to work with you over a period of days, weeks, months, even years, and even through lifetimes. So we'll be also speaking about the different types of the spirit guides, as well as also the different levels of the spirit guides, because we have guides that have lived in a human body before, and we have guides that haven't lived in a human body before. We also have guides that are different frequencies of vibrations. So it's all about basically getting to know who it is that we're working with. And tomorrow's activation, the 4/4 activation, it will allow for you to hear one of your spirit tutors when you receive the recording that I will be doing if you are participating in it. Now, if you are participating in the activation tomorrow, You have obviously already received the email advertisement, and you have already paid the participation purchase. So that is very wise of you, because while you are listening to it, what will happen is you will hear a name, because it is coded with the vibrations and the frequencies for one of your spirit tutors to show up and give you their specific names. And as I said before, a spirit tutor is basically a teacher. Okay. Thank you, Barbara, for showing up, and it's good to see you as well. So we are going to be going to be taking callers and taking questions in the live comments. The first, well, let me go ahead and let everyone know. The first person that I'm going to be taking phone callers on is the 865 number. And then once we call for the live comments questions, I will be answering Joy Mastis first. But first off, I want to speak a little bit more about our discussion. Okay, so now we're going to go directly into the new moon after the 4/4 activation, which is very powerful. It's almost frequency after frequency that comes in. So it's almost like a ladder or a staircase of different frequencies we will adjust to over the next 2 days. All right, in 2 days, 48 hours, maybe even 50 hours. To be exact. The new moon is in 15 degrees Aries. Aries is a fire sign. So when Aries is a fire sign, it's always intense with Aries. Okay, so the energy the energy is very fiery and has a lot of it packs a lot of punch to it. So also the Aries is in alignment with a specific star, a fixed star out of the Andromedan constellation, which is basically a fixed star out of the Andromedan constellation, which the constellation is basically the princess. Excuse me, I was having lost my train of thought there for a moment. But it's the princess constellation of the Andromedan stars. So what happens here is we are going to be beaming, or these energies are going to be beaming from the fixed star Alpha-Rats or Alpherts. And this particular fixed star basically comes in and beams specific energies that are directed in the particular spot of the head area, because the Aries constellation governs the stellar gateway, not the crown, and basically the stellar gateway, which is the chakra next to the crown chakra, which it's going to be directly affecting the crown chakra and other chakras within the head. So you have the third eye, you have the fourth eye, where your head was soft when you were a baby, and then you have the well of dreams, and then you also have the causal body chakra, which the causal body chakra is all about your reincarnations and your spiritual attainments. So all the energy that you have received during your reincarnations, a lot of that's going to be activated. So if you've had royalty type reincarnations, if you've had ancient civilization reincarnations, if you've had or incarnations, if you've had particular incarnations as in different time periods, all of these memories are going to start flooding back in. So pay very close attention to your memories over the next 48 to 50 hours, because what's going to happen is these memories are going to kind of be they're going to kind of pinpoint the specific memories that are important to attain your spiritual wisdom and your spiritual knowledge, and basically bring you up octaves and octaves of light that are important for you. So now that particular energy, it holds very powerful understandings to it, especially when you are moving in that specific understanding of bringing in the understanding of your enhancing of your psychic abilities, enhancing of your healing abilities, and whatnot. So you want to be very closely you want to be very closely aware of your memories and of your thoughts, as well as also your synchronicities. The synchronicities will line up to where you will remember these things, and it will almost be like deja vu. All right, so as those deja vu energies come into your understanding, be aware of those. Okay, so so that if you are interested in the Master Healer codings and the new moon in Aries, the new moon in Aries transmission, please go to www.bryanrawls.com to find out how you can sign up. All right, so that is again www.bryanrawls.com, and you can sign up to be a participant in that energy. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about ancestor veneration and ancestor money. Okay, because a lot of folks, I've had one particular person ask me to speak about it this evening, so I'm going to be speaking about it for her, as well as also folks that that honor their ancestors on a day-to-day basis, because ancestor veneration is basically the foundation of our spirituality. When it comes to ancestors, they were the ones that came before us, and they were and also we are the ones that will come before our next generation. So it's really important to keep the traditions going and keep the generations going as well, so that our energies and our abilities stay very fluid and not muddy and watered down. Okay, so we are going to go to the phone lines for a moment and get to speaking about our speaking to our folks in the live call-in, as well as also the comments, and then we'll go back to ancestor veneration and speaking about ancestor money, and also about the different levels of spirit guides. Okay, so let's go to the phone callers first, and we are going to go to 865 first. 865, first name and question, please.
Hi, thank you, Reverend Bryan. This is Lynn. Thank you for taking my call. I'm trying to ask if you feel or see anything that the ancestors would have me to know for April. Anything good coming in for me for April?
Okay, for April, let's see here. Now, take some deep breaths in, dear.
I'm sorry?
Can you take some deep breaths in for me?
Yes.
Okay, give me just a second. Okay, so what it is I feel for you in the month of April, there is a series of different types of energies that are basically showing up here around you. One is something to do with writing or a letter showing up, or some important particular piece of document showing up. Not exactly sure what that means for you, but then they go automatically in career. Okay, so I don't know if you are looking to look for a different a different job or a different place of employment.
Yes.
Okay, so there is this particular place of employment, which I see as soon as you, okay, so I know what this document is now. This document is possibly your application or possibly your resume. And this is when you go into, as soon as you fill out this application, it feels like you go in to get this interview and then they automatically hire you, if not on the spot, within a period of 70, okay, within a period of 48 to 72 hours. So it feels to me like they are definitely lining you up to prepare you for something big that's going to be happening for you in the summertime. So the summer months would probably be around the ending of May, June, and July. So whatever they are preparing you for in the month of April, they're preparing you for this energy that's going to happen for you in the ending of May, June, and July. And I don't know exactly when it's going to happen for you, but it's all stemming from this job change. So it could very well be you climbing up that ladder of the place that you employ yourself with. Okay, so but that's exactly what I see for you, sweetie. So it seems to me like the month of April is very important for you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Reverend Bryan. I appreciate the blessing.
Blessings to you too. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sweetie. Okay, so now, if you have any questions and are not in the call-in or not within the live comments and would like to ask a question, you can dial 323. 323-870-3791. Again, that is 323-870-3791. And we're going to go to the live comments. And we're going to answer Joy Mastis first. She was the first one that put in the live comments her first question. And what it is what is my connection to the deity Horus? Okay, so Joy, what your connection is to the deity Horus is, okay, so Horus is the particular, okay, what they are showing me here is they're showing me that this particular Horus, the deity Horus, is in this past life that you have that you lived. There was a particular, it seemed as if you were a follower of his teachings, his mysticism, his understanding. It seems as if also there is a focus on some of the things that he worked with as well. Now, I will tell you, okay, so, all right, so what they are showing me here is they're showing me that you are going to be receiving some either image or meditation that corresponds with him, that is going to activate a certain understanding for you with the energy of him, okay? Because what they're showing here is almost like you standing, well, it's you standing and then him standing in front of you, him placing particular symbols in your heart, and then he places also a symbol in your third eye, and then a symbol in your crown. And it almost feels to me like this energy is downloading you with soul memories or soul understandings. So it feels to me like if you continue at this connection that you have with him, you're going to receive some of his teachings to understand and work with your particular clients. Now, also, I see you within the ancient mystery schools of what the deity Horus taught as well. So if you don't begin to start communicating with him in your dreamscapes, you may want to contact me for a session to go ahead and activate some of these memories for you, because what they show is there's new neuro pathways that are getting ready to start activation or start activating for you, and as they activate for you, there's an energy that is going to be accessible for you that allows his channeled energy to come about your speaking and your hand movements, whatever that means. I don't know exactly what that means, but they want you to pay attention to your dreamscapes, okay? So I hope that helped you, Joy, and for more clarification to that question, you're more than welcome to contact me for a more in-depth reading at 586-659-9620. And so we're going to speak real quick about some ancestor veneration real quick, and then I'm going to go to the next phone caller, which is area code 216. Once I'm ready for 216, I will call on you once again. Okay, so ancestor veneration is basically where you honor your ancestors. It doesn't matter what particular spirituality, religion, or tradition you honor. At the base of every spiritual tradition, they always honor their ancestors. Okay, and how I honor my ancestors, I honor them on a day-to-day basis. I don't wait for one specific day of the week. I don't wait for one specific day of the year. All right, I honor them every day, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be who I am today. Okay, so now ancestor veneration can be as simple as placing a cup or a glass of water, a white candle, and some white flowers, and saying prayers and prayers and chants, or sitting there talking to them, whatever it is that you that as long as it comes from your heart, that is perfectly fine with them. I sit there and I communicate with my ancestors just like I would be communicating to y'all. All right, so ancestor veneration is very easy, and there's not a right way. There's not a wrong way. It's very personal, and it's totally up to you. However you want to do it. You know that they're going to speak to you in that particular way. Now, if you want to get more elaborate with your ancestor altar, put out pictures, put out put out things that they like, feed them, give them coffee, give them sweets, and all that good stuff. Another thing that they use is ancestor money. All right, and Carmen Anderson, this is for you. All right, so ancestor money, also called hell bank notes. Okay, and don't ask me why they call them hell bank notes, but they call them hell bank notes. So ancestor money is, it kind of looks like this. There's other different forms of type of ancestor money, but this is one type of ancestor money that I had on hand. Another type of ancestor money is, it's usually red, and there's always kind of like a Chinese looking guy, because the hell bank notes and the ancestor money comes from China, Japan, over there in those particular places. Okay, now what I do with this ancestor money is probably not what other people do with the ancestor money, but I'm gonna tell you what I do with the ancestor money. So I usually hand my ancestor money, and I was taught this by a very wonderful guy that I'm friends with him on Facebook, but he hands this to like his nieces and nephews, anything or any children, because children are pure of spirit, and they play with it, hold it, caress it, basically use it unintentionally for play money. Okay, and I kind of let them just touch a little bit, and then I take the Hell Bank note and I use a pen and I write my wishes on it, or I write what it is that I'm needing, or I write whatever it is that I need. Like, say, for instance, I have a power bill that's $200. All right, I need to pay my power bill. That is $200. I would crease it in the middle like this, and I would sprinkle some particular incense or money herbs, and then I would fold it up, and then I would take the white candle that I have on my ancestor altar and I burn it. And then you always want to save the ashes. It's kind of like in the Hindu belief, if you save the ashes, because you got to remember it's carbon, all right. The energy of the ashes that are within the fires, that fire manifests energy, and the energy would be the deity, or the energy would be the spirit, and you would take the energy of the ashes or the dust from the ashes, and you would sprinkle some in your wallet, or you would sprinkle some on your hands before you go out, or you would sprinkle some in your bag if you carry a bag around with you. You carry a purse. You can even sprinkle that ashes on checks, on your money, on I have a money bowl, or a money bowl that I keep in the western part of my house. And what the money bowl does is, the money bowl is in the wealth sector of my house, and it generates money for me. So I sprinkled the carbon or the carbon ashes in my money bowl, and that works just as good. Okay, so that is Hell Bank notes or ancestor money. Okay, and then there's other ways of using ancestor money, and ancestor money is very easy to get a hold of. If you are looking for if you're looking for a reputable source to get you some ancestor money, contact me, and I can turn you on to some of my folks that I received my ancestor money from. I get it from Explicable Things. I get it from ConjuredCardia.com. I get it from Habib Hussein. I get it from many different people, many different places. So contact me if you would like to get you some ancestor money or Hell Bank notes. Okay, so we are going to go to our next phone caller, which is the area code 216. Area code 216, first name and question, please.
Hi, Bryan. My name is Sharon. I have a life question. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know, because you have a different subject. It's interesting, though. I didn't know anything about that. Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
I have a life question. I have been speaking with this man named Paul. What do you think is going to happen with that? I'm just getting to know him.
Okay, Paul. So let's see here. All right, Sharon and Paul. Sharon and Paul. Okay, so it's going kind of slow at first. When'd you meet him?
Last week.
Okay. Because it felt to me as if you haven't well, I kind of feel as if you may have ran into him once beforehand, but you just you weren't really aware of him. But let's see here. Okay, so, ooh, all right. So this is very interesting. So what I'm getting here is, it seems as if things are going to go slow at first, okay? And as things go slow, it seems as if this energy will start picking up around the month of May, okay? As the energy starts picking up around the month of May, you're going to start seeing a increase in interest, an increase in wanting to be with you, wanting to spend time with you, wanting to really get to know you on an intimate level. And that's when things kind of start to kind of bud like flowers. All right. Um, then in the month of June, I start seeing the energy start to transition into more of like a very in-depth relationship. But what they are saying is that you need to start releasing old patterns of old relationships that you've been in, because it seems as if you are still you're still a little wounded from some of your past relationships. Okay, so you want to basically release. Yeah, you want to release some of this energy, because this, if you release some of this energy from past relationships, they well, if you release this energy from past relationships, what will happen is it will make room for this relationship to really flourish and really get very important. But if you hold on to the intentions of this past relationship, what's going to happen is you're going to have the normal butterfly jitters and the normal energies of, does he like me? Is he for me? Or you're going to start that worrying constant stuff. Okay, so you really need to step forth on that understanding and that trust of letting go of what no longer serves you around your past. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to take a deep breath in, and we're going to remove some of that past for you now. And this can be for any one of you that are on the call or on that are listening in through Facebook. I want you to take some deep breaths in. And Creator of all that is, it is commanded for any energies from past relationships that do not allow you to trust, be trusted, or trust others, be sent to the great central sun to repolarize for the good of all humanity, never to return again. I bound the cause, the forth, record, the effect. Through all timelines, eterepia na asu. Through all dimensions, asiana har etaku uru. Through all parallel realities and parallel universes and alternate realities and alternate universes. Eterepia hara akianaku. Delabalharo ust unze. And through all on and off planet existences. And take a deep breath in. Okay, so continue on with that energy of really releasing this stuff. You really want to take some deeper breaths in and release from your diaphragm, because you have a lot of energy that is swirling in and around your solar plexus. So you're really releasing that energy around personal power and receiving your power back. Okay, So I hope that helped you, Sharon. And if I can interest you in a more in-depth reading about your new relationship, let me know.
Thank you, Brian. Listen, you have a wonderful evening, okay?
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful evening too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we are going to go to the live comments and let's see. Let's see around who is next. Let's see. I think it was Miss Barbara. Yes, Miss Barbara. I need some help to allow my inner goddess to come out and play. April seems to be a month of moving forward, and I feel ready for a change. Any insights would be appreciated. Okay, Miss Barbara Schmidt, or Smite. Let's see here. Okay. All right, so Barbara, what you need to do here is you really need to allow for you really need to allow for your the overwhelming need for the overwhelming need for trust, and trust in oneself as well as also trust in other people come out. Okay, it's not necessarily trust in a type of a relationship sense or in life sense. You need to trust more of yourself sense. Okay, more of like your inner knowing, because I keep on hearing that this would be a very good thing for you when you receive your spirit tutor tomorrow. Okay, because so I'm going to do a quick activation here for you, and I want you to listen very deeply. Okay, you're going to hear a name. All right, this name is going to be a spirit tutor that is going to help you with trust. Okay, so I want you to take some deep breaths in, and this can be with anybody. So just take some deep breaths in. Okay. And creator of all it is commanded for any and whoever that is listening to this activation to receive their spirit tutor for trust. Trust in oneself and trust in other people. Take a deep breath in. Lakin ara aso otoun. Lakia la ara este esyar. Beloka ara undere pakianwa. Elahara asianai. Esianai. Zesin dlo or ashten rebekai. Urembutun. Zamora akatuko ora keshina kasai. Vedelo orano. Gela kara anyanai. Zebotorono kost. Danna maki. Dale halaya to urakinayos. Vido mana ara adego anakasi. Kasi, kasi, kalisio, kalisio, nashana, nashana, ila para, ura ande, do mokor ista, zeparin, elabara. Deep breath in. And as you breathe in, you want to feel this energy move throughout all areas of your body, spinning in and around your solar plexus, moving up, spinning in and around your heart. Elaparandos un derepopa akaitu un ilishar eteso, dalam rokotia, Ramon, Ramon, Jeta. And deep breath in. Move that energy up and through your throat and through your third eye, up into your crown, and let it spin in your crown. Okay. All right, Barbara. So you want to allow for that energy just to flow within you, and any name that you hear, that you heard, trust it. Don't second guess it. Don't even say, "Did I hear it right?" Just go with it. And if you are having trouble with it, contact me. And you need to purchase you at least a 30-minute session, and we can move you further down the line with this, because it's all about trust with you. That's going to allow for your inner goddess to come out. That's going to allow for you to start loving yourself more, start to be able to trust your understanding more. Okay? And thank you for asking that question, and I hope that you received your answer. Okay, so we are going to, well, hello. We are going to speak about some guides, but we are going to go to our next phone caller. And then our next phone caller is 347, area code 347. First name and question, please. 347. 347, going once. 347, going twice. All right. So we're going to go to 561. Hello, 561. How are you?
Hi, Brian. It's me, Jolie, in Florida.
Hey, Jolie. How are you? And what can I help you with?
Yes. So, I was wondering if, well, first of all, April is my birth month. So I'm really hoping that you might have some good news for me about something going on in April.
Ooh, okay. So obviously, you know that April is is a springtime month. So springtime is all about the budding flowers and also springtime showers and whatnot. So let's see what comes up. But first off, they want you to look at your health in a more in-depth way. Okay, so the thing about your health is, it feels to me like you need to really look at your eating habits a little bit. You also need to look at the way that allows for you to really receive a more focused self-esteem. Okay, because it seems as if your self-esteem is feeling a little bit on the low side. Okay, and I don't know exactly why, but they're also showing make that your first priority. Okay, as you make that your first priority, that is when things start to really start making sense for you, really start to allow for you to come in your instant understanding and awareness of harmony within each and every area of your life. And so what I mean by each and every area of your life is, you have 4 directions, and you have your northern section, which is your career and your finances. You have your eastern section, which is your belief systems, and also the things that you value. You have your south sector, which is your relationships and your or the harmonious type of relationships, love relationships and whatnot. And then the west sector being your psychic abilities and your spirituality. So the one thing that came up was your relationship area, the sector, the one sector that lit up very colorful in a very bright red, very like fire engine red, was the relationship sector. So I see that within a 3-month period, so you got May, June, July, those 3 months is when a relationship starts to blossom for you. I don't know exactly with who or with where you're going to meet this particular person, but it seems as if you'll meet this particular person and really hit it off, really begin to start admiring the time that you have to spend with this person. Okay, so I really feel as if April is basically your month to get everything going, get everything moving in that forward fashion for you. Okay, because it seems as if you are really about prioritizing what it is that you need to do up until the time that comes in the focus. Okay, so let's see. Alapahara anonoson. Itarapakaya se atako orakastano. Yeah, it's April's all about prioritizing and overcoming the difficulties that you recently were in. Okay, so it really feels promising to me. All right, so you just need to trust and allow this energy to really smooth itself out. And if there is a rainy day or a part of the day in the month of April that is rainy, you really need to go outside and let the water element really wash you, because rain is a cleansing agent in many different religions and many different spiritual traditions, and you can cleanse yourself in that way. So go outside, play in the rain. It works every time. Okay? All right. I hope that helped you, dear. And I look forward to doing another reading for you here very soon. Your spirits say that you'll probably need it here within the next month. Actually, you have it. You have one coming up. So we'll speak soon.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Bryan.
You're very welcome,
Blessings
dear.
to you and Jenny.
Blessings to you too. Okay, so we are going to go to we're going to go and see if there is any other questions in the comments real quick. And I don't see any comments. Actually, I see one from Janet Young. I believe that's her name. All right, Janet Young, do you see any Lemurian connection for me, Janet Young? Okay, so I can look at your picture, Janet, and say automatically, yes, you do have some Lemurian connection. I would most definitely say allow for this energy of the Master Healer codings, as well as also the new moon, to really activate those for you. So if you are interested in signing up and participating in that, definitely sign up for that, because that will activate some of your soul memories, because you actually had you actually had some form of ability that allowed for you to speak to to speak to the plants and animals in Lemuria, and really opened a doorway for working with the elementals, and opening up a doorway for you to work with portals and stargates as well. So this activation tomorrow and transmission is really going to open you up to a more focused understanding for yourself. So definitely step forward for that. Okay, so let me see here. Barbara or Bonnie Donahue, can you post your question for me? I am either missing it or I cannot find it on my comment list. Can you post your question for me once more? Okay, there it is. Okay, is there anything my guides want me to know at this time? All right, let's see real quick. Okay, you really need to pay attention to your thoughts and also your thoughts and your ideas that come inside your mind over the next couple of days to weeks, because they're divinely guiding you to beginning a new project or begin a new something new that is going to allow for you to really start understanding your purpose, because it feels to me like you're at a loss for what it is that you're here for. So start listening, sweetie, and start paying attention to your thoughts and your ideas. Okay? All right, thank you, Bonnie. And if you would like a more in-depth session with me, please go to www.amagicaljourney.com, or you can go to 586-659-9620 to purchase your reading with me. Okay. All right, and now I don't have much more time left, so we are going to postpone the time for we're going to postpone the time for the energy of speaking about your guides and the levels of your guides for a time later on, due to our time running out. So I apologize about that. Another thing that I want to let you all know, if you're interested in signing up, please go to www.bryanrawls.com to sign up for your info on the activation tomorrow, as well as the new moon transmission. So definitely do that for me. And also, I look forward to speaking with each and every one of you. Once again, much love to everyone. Thank you so much, and blessings.
Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show.